Hello and welcome. So, I'm going to take a look at the Guardian's Quiptic crossword. And this is being published on Sunday the 29th of June 2025. And our setter is Alia? I'm not sure. It's not a name I've seen before in the Quiptic slot, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. I don't think I can say much more than that. I'm just going to crack on. Satisfactory agreement, indication of more info soon. Nod. Errata corrected after end of election recount. Narrate. Narrate is to recount. You recount a tale. As a rule, information gathering consumes energy. As a rule. Legislation. It's going to be an E in there. Something, isn't it? Information gathering. Okay. Rush job. Rush. Career. So double definition really. Dreary poet coming back is drab and the bard. This one. Item of furniture. Table. Ultimately not up to the task. Not able. Yeah. Or T able should I say. T able. What's this? A satisfactory indication. Satisfactory agreement indicates indication of more info soon. I assume that's not yet. Let's have a look. Why would that be not yet? Satisfactory agreement. Includes indication of more info soon. No, I don't think it is really. I don't know what that will be though. Nat, not net. Net. Okay. A short product test covering America or somewhere in Europe. Armenia, Austria, Australia, a US trial without the L. Oh gosh, what's that? Satisfactory agreement. Not. Okay, well, I'll come back to that. Gather everybody together at first for protest. Gather everybody together at first. Together would be all. Okay. One new exclusive part of Oxford. So one of the colleges. Exclusive loan, soul. Yeah, in soul. Oxford shoe. Oxford brogues. Less deftly manipulated. That looks like an anagram. Yeah, two S's. Like many online experts. Self. Don't know. Let's get the anagram helper. What the heck? Less deftly. Is it self? Doesn't really look. I can't see a word there. Style. It isn't self then. Maybe I'm just getting it wrong entirely. Maybe it is an anagram, but I think it is. Deftly. Like many online experts. I don't know. I'll come back to that when I've got some more letters hopefully on the board. Teacher, nurse or typist perhaps. Key worker. Fine old animal heading west. Fine. Okay. Old animal heading west. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yak. Literally, I was just thinking of the okay, the letters rather than the actual long version of the word when I said okay for fine. Those people taking hit for rehab treatment. You thought treatment might have been an anagram indicator, but of rehab, but there's no Y's in that clue, so hit for rehab is Turkey. Those people is them. taking hit, they. So, therapy. Yeah, taking the rap, okay. Something this self-sayers. I might maybe begin to think definitely I haven't quite got the list in the order, but that's okay. Gonna come back to it again in a minute. What's this? So I ticket gather. Everybody together at first for protest. Gather everybody together is for protest. I mean, I think key work is right, because teachers and nurses are and typists do keys, don't they? Running amok, Rambo captures a large castle. So captures a large Rambo. Keep is what I was thinking for castle. Running amok, Rambo. Where's my P coming from though? If that's an anagram, that must be rehab treatment is therapy, surely. These people is they with a rap in it. Good alarming blow represented danger to us all. Good G. Alarming blow. Could be an anagram of alarming blow. ALARMING Danger to us all. Does it have to start with G? Let's try it anyway. Danger to us all would be not sure. Okay, let's crack on down here again. As a rule, information gathering consumes energy. Energy could be erg, I suppose. Let's have a look at 14 down. Source of comfort and serenity you initially found in each melody. Each melody per song, per source of comfort is, don't know. Okay, let's look at it. Cross, shame on you, accepting a piece of work. Accepting A, so shame on you is, don't know, but put an A into it to get to a piece of work, which is, not sure. Golly. Put in the ground, okay, that could be an anagram. Put in the ground is 9 letters. I'm looking for a 9 letter, or possibly let rot. So look at that, put in the ground, put in the, no, that isn't enough. Take root, go to root or something. Go to pot I'm thinking of. Play battle balls and wild rooster. Matadors. It's what I was thinking of, matadors and wild rooster. I think it's a rooster, isn't it? Battle balls though. With those letters. Toreadors. Toreador. Thought there was going to be an S there. Let's put an S there. For a rooster. Can't think of what that is. Okay, 16, 17, 21. Make official statement supporting insurance case. Supporting insurance case would be, sometimes insurance is to do with cover. Good start. I just seem to have kind of faded badly. Bring it out. Party drug. Illegal. Party we do. What is it? An anagram or something? High level betrayal requiring time plus justification. High level betrayal is T reason. Okay. Oh, there's my E for drug. Legal would be illicit. So okay, so this party drug is E and then illicit to bring out. Regular payment, stipend, and bonus money put in post. Why would that be a stipend? Send with a tip, yeah. Everything considered integral to criminal lawsuit in all, hidden word. Provide help for a British sci-fi film. But alien or aid. Provide help is to sci-fi films. E.T. I bet. There you go. Clever. Clever little clue. Right, this is the bottom one, isn't it? Leaderless gang was in charge on a corner. Angled? On a corner is angled. Was in charge. Gang led, yeah, okay. Gangled, branding activity in place for soft drink. Branding activity in place for soft drink. Well, a place for a soft drink. Branding, ironing. To get to the name of a soft drink, might be a soda. Slurpee. Don't know. Gross Texan regularly teases family members. Regularly teases would be ESS. From that clue, or would it be, if that's the end, gross Texan regularly, or is it the alternate letters of Texan, which would be the EA? Family members, great aunts, or something like that. Gross is great, I suppose. G, Texan regularly. Yeah, great aunts. It is taunts. What a biff that was. And where's my... Where the REX? So great. I think gross is GR and then the EA from Texan. Wow. Okay, empty container. Inside a different one. I think that's create or empty, not create. Crate. Empty container inside a different one. What's this clue? Cross, make official insurance. So that's all I've done. I think I've looked at all the clues now, haven't I? Yeah, they battle bulls and roosters. That's definitely looking like it wants to be an anagram. Assume that is an S there, of course. And what's this? Gone to rest, laid to rest, put in the ground, land it, laid to rest. Possible let rot say. Okay, yeah, anagram let rot say. Fair enough. This one, what's this anagram? Let's go back to the top then. Scrolled up a bit too far. Satisfactory agreement includes indication of more info soon. Net, nat, nut. That was not bad. Satisfactory, not bad. Okay, agreement is nod with TBA, to be agreed. Gather everybody up. Gather is to everybody at first. Everybody together at first for protest. So gather is to everybody. Together is the T. Okay, together is first is a T. Gather everybody together is to picket, isn't it? Picket is to protest. Everybody. ET. Everybody. Yep. Okay, this one. Less definitely manipulated, like many online experts. Obviously, people are experts who aren't experts are obviously blowhards. Okay. Where's my F gone? Have I gained a letter? I've gained an R, haven't I? Okay, so that's interesting. Less definitely is manipulated. I think it's like sayers maybe. This running amok. Rambo captures a large cap. Oh, if I can spell therapy right. Duh, that's why I've had a problem, isn't it? Therapy. Okay, let's have another go. That's self-styled. That'll be. I was thinking it's styled for a long time, but just couldn't figure out why it wasn't, because I yet again put a typo. Running amok. Rambo. So it's just an anagram. Rambo, which is Balmoral. Balmoral. Okay. Global warming. I was thinking climate change or something. That's a threat. No, that is an anagram of global warming. Okay, so most of it done nicely. Over here. What have I got over here? This is my little corner. That's a problem. Make official statement in supporting insurance case. Okay, let's go back here first. Actually, as a rule, information gathering consumes energy. Is that generally? Gen is information. Rally gathering is a gathering. Okay. Source comfort and serenity. You initially found in each melody. Well, maybe each is literally EA. Easy. Music. Easy listening. Source comfort and serenity. U. Yes, that's my SY. Easy chair. What's chair? A melody. I think it's an easy chair. Oh, air. Air is a melody. So where's my each? Oh, literally each. They've given us that. Okay. Shame on you accepting a piece of work. I'm sure that's an A for that. Shame on you. Don't know. But I'm looking at this going claim. Something about claim. Proclaim. Supporting insurance cases. Proclaim. Yep. Good. So what's down here? Empty container inside a different one. So I'm down to the last four, aren't I? Empty container inside a different one. I was thinking another empty. So empty container. I was thinking empty outlets container, but there's no space for a CR there. Jar. It's going to be something like a jar or can. What about a can in there? Inside a different one. Empty would be to like jar then. Jar or can. Don't think so. Branding activity in place of soft drink. Let's go back to this one. Excuse me. Shame on you. Shame on you accepting a piece of work. I'm sure that's putting an A in there. So shame on you is What's that going to be? Task. Tack. Tusk. Tusk. Okay, this is my rooster battle, which is Toreros? Toro... I don't know what that word is. Toreros? Assuming I've got... Let's try it through the anagram helper, but I think they battle bulls. Terriers? Rooster. Torso. Toreros. I think, and this is very much I think it's Toreros, like that. Not entirely sure. So let's scroll on down a bit. I really need a swig of my tea, so excuse me for a second. I think I was mentioning the soft drink there. Yes, a cup of tea needed to be taken there. Right, so last couple. Yeah, been about 21 minutes. 21 so far. Shandy. Strand. Branding activity is striping. Stripe. Branding. Striping. Activity in place for soft drink. Keep looking soft, thinking of play softly, as in the P for piano in most puzzles, but I think that's probably overthinking things. Soft drink would be... I don't know what soft drink is. Soda. I keep thinking of cola. Tea. And this one, empty container inside a different one. Don't think we've got a hidden word there, because the two A's are too far apart. Empty container is a... So look at the horizontal. Something A. Can't quite see the wordplay there, because inside it, if I put a can there, C-A-N, then it's going to be something. Can. Am I looking for a word meaning empty? Or am I looking for a different type of container? I think I am looking for a jack and jar. Okay. Well, good to that point, and then I'm going to have a little pause on the pause button so that I can think to myself. Yeah, I've been looking for a minute. I just wondered if my alphabetical kind of made me think, well, maybe this is spring going on across here, because spring gives you water, which is definitely a place for a soft drink, water. Although why that branding activity would be spring, branding, spring. Can't see that. But then, if that's an N, then that might well be a can. So look at that one again. Empty container, inside empty, so then I don't know what container would go inside, because it's different. So that would be a can. Word for empty. Not convinced by that, but oh, hold on. I can't think of a container beyond a jar or a can or a tin, and obviously tin doesn't fit there. And I can't think of a word for empty that fits. really think about this. I'm just kind of putting in letters without kind of thinking deeply. I mean, if that was, let's try that one. It can't be can. Arcane. Can't be arcane. Empty container inside a different one. So I think it's a word meaning empty. Container is to get to empty would be vacant. No, a vat. Okay, vacant. Okay, so this isn't going to be. Is this sprite? Branding activity in place for soft drink. I think that's probably sprite, but branding spritz. Or something else entirely. Spritz, sprite. Spritzer, I think is the word, isn't it? Sprite. Script. So we got SWSE. Shouldn't be that hard. I mean, most of this puzzle has been. I've understood everything in the puzzle so far, so why would you suddenly throw something at me like that? Play in place. Place can be put. Activities a deed. Don't think so. Let's go through SAR. Oh, chair. SDS. None of these S's are going to work. S. H. Unlikely. So, actually, most of those letters do. Sk. There's a sk there. Let's have a look through. Z. No. X. No. C does work. B. B. N. M. None of those work. A's are possible. D. H. No. H does work. J. K. L. K is unlikely. I think this is sprite, but I don't saw. Sir. Branding, striping, strike, no, possibly, not likely. So there's not many things that will fit in there. And sprite is my most likely one for a soft drink. I'm going to put sprite in. I'm going to check it. I've had enough. Well, I haven't had enough. I've just got. I think it's probably as boring for you to watch as it feels for me to try. Yeah, it's right. Okay, good. Well, that was not too bad. What was that? That was about 27 minutes in the end with those bits. 28 minutes. Gosh. Okay. Right. Let's hold on a second. So yeah, I've just refreshed the screen because that means all the ticks go, and it's a bit easier to go through the clues without scrolling too much. So one across. Satisfactory is not bad. That's the definition. An agreement is a nod, N-O-D, includes indication of more info soon, so TBA, to be announced. Gather everybody together at first. Gather is to pick. Okay, you gather in the crops, you pick the apples, whatever from the orchard. Everybody together is ET. At first is your saying to take those first two letters, and a protest is a picket. Dreary is drab. Poet going backward, making a comeback is the bard backwards. Less definitely is an anagram of self-styled. Manipulated is your anagram indicator, and many online experts, they are self-styled. I'm probably one of those. Who knows? We've got a double definition here. So you rush along, you are careering maybe. To rush is to career, and a job could be a career. Running amok. So we've got an anagram of what have we got? Running amok. So it's just Rambo with an AL, two L's, ALL. So yeah, so we've got an anagram of Rambo, which is indicated by running amok. Put A in the clue, L for large into that anagram gives you Balmoral, which is the castle. As a rule, is generally information gathering. Information is gen, and a gathering is a rally, consuming E for energy. Fine is okay, that's your definition. We've got O for old, and then we've got an animal heading west, which is the yak. Shame on you. Tsk, TSK. Accepting A is in the clue. Gives you a piece of work, which is a task. If you put someone in the ground, so to speak, bury them, you lay them to rest, which is an anagram of let, rot, say, possibly as your anagram indicator. To make an official statement is to proclaim. Just scroll down a bit. Proclaim. Supporting is pro. For pros and cons. Supporting argument. Pro. And insurance case is a claim. To bring out is to elicit. E is the party drug, and legal is licit. Gross is abbreviated to GR, not one I've come across, but Texan regularly is saying take the second and fourth letters of Texan, which is the EA, and then teases is taunts, which gives you the great aunts who are the family members. To provide help is to abet. We've got A in the clue, B for British, and the sci-fi film E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Right. Branding activity in place for soft drink. Give me a second to think about this one. Right, yes, it's easy, isn't it? So branding activity is PR, public relations, going into a place. A place is a site, which gives you Sprite, which is I think it's the name of a soft drink. I think it's actually a brand of soft drink. Leaderless gang is literally gang without G. And then was in charge, well, they led, so angled is on a corner. What have we got on the downs? Errata corrected is saying there's an anagram of errata going after the end of election. So the end of election is an N, so put N, and then the anagram of errata gives you narrate. And if you narrate a tale, then you are recounting the tale, recounting your events, the events. Item furniture is the table. Ultimately not, so take the T from not and up to the task whether you're able. A is in the clue. A short product test, so a trial is a product test, but we need to make it short, so take the L off. And then covering America, which is the US, and that gives you Austria, somewhere in Europe. One is in the one for I, N for new, and exclusive is a sole, and you get type of shoe, the Oxford brogue, so the insole is part of the shoe. Teachers or nurses are known as key workers, and obviously typists work with keys, so perhaps, yeah, so key worker. Those people is they, T-H-E-Y, taking the hit for therapy, so the rap. If I'd put that in properly in the first place, I might have been a bit quicker. Treatment is rehab therapy. I think we've got an anagram here of G for good and then alarming blow. I haven't actually checked out, but I did check out there's enough letters. Represented is your anagram indicator, and global warming is a danger to us all. A source of comfort is the easy chair, and then we need to take Serenity U initially, so the S and the Y from Serenity U. Find that in each, so E-A-S-Y-C-H. And a melody is an air. They battle bulls and wild roosters. So wild rooster, so rooster is an anagram of toreros. Wild is your anagram indicator, and toreros battle bulls, not roosters. Word I've never heard of before. I guess it's connected to toreadors and matadors and things, but might have been a bit quicker there if I'd known that one as well. What have we got here? High-level betrayal is treason, requiring T for time, and then a justification, add on the justification of a reason. Let's look at 19 down. Regular payment is a stipend. Regular payment is a stipend. Bonus money is a tip, and you put it in the post, so you send it. Empty container, so we've got a can. Empty is vacant. We've got a can as a container going inside a vat, which is a different container. Gives you vacant, which is empty. And finally, we've got a hidden word here, across criminal lawsuit. And considered, everything considered is in all. That's the definition. Integral is your hidden word indicator. So there we go. All done. About 28 minutes in the end. 28 minutes in the end. Probably would have been less held up if I'd seen Sprite Quicker and Toreros I've never heard of, but good little puzzle there from Alia, so thanks to them for that.